Hey, 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 everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of talking about VA financing with my favorite lender, Ryan Gilliam. Welcome, Ryan.
Welcome, everyone. Good to be back.
Yes, thank you so much for diving just a little bit deeper into VA financing for our audience that has these questions. And today we are going to talk about assumable VA mortgages. That has been on the lips of most everybody that we've been talking about lately. Assumable mortgages, super huge buzzword. Let's talk about mortgage insurance, getting that waived, having multiple VA loans, and then what happens when we are facing a stressful situation and perhaps the property is in distress and we might be heading toward foreclosure. So take it away, Ryan. Let's talk about it.
I'm so glad we're digging a little bit deeper into it because we get a lot of questions from our veterans about the program, and we want to address a lot of the main questions that we get, like you mentioned there. So first, we could cover mortgage insurance. As we discussed last week, there's no monthly mortgage insurance on VA loans. But one thing VA does have is an upfront funding fee. It's a one-time fee, and it really keeps the program sustainable. It kind of continues to fund the program, and it's financed into the loan. So it doesn't have to be paid out of pocket. Now, the amount of the funding fee really depends on if you've used the loan before, if you're wanting to put money down. Some veterans, even though it's zero down, if you have extra cash, you want to lower your loan amount, you could do that. But just for an example, just to run through it, if you're using the loan for the first time, putting zero down, the cost is 2.15%. That's the funding fee. So on a $300,000 purchase, that's $6,450 that's added to your loan. So your final loan amount would be $306,450. Now, if you do receive any kind of VA compensation for service-related disability, this funding fee can be waived.
Oh.
So it's not always charged. Yeah. So something to remember there. Now, another question that we get a lot, another cool feature, as you mentioned, Katie, is that VA loans, they're assumable. I know we talked about this on other Tip Tuesdays because it's a hot topic right now, assumable mortgages. It really means, if you're looking to buy a home and if you're selling a property too that has a VA loan at a low rate, instead of getting a brand new mortgage, VA has options to let the new buyer assume the current mortgage, just take over the current mortgage that's on the loan. So, not all loans allow this, conventional very rarely does, but VA does. And you don't even have to be a veteran to assume the mortgage, which is great, especially in, 2020, 2021, rates were in the 2s and 3s. So if you had a VA loan at that time, buyers, that could be really attractive to new buyers wanting to purchase your home, or even if you're looking to buy a home that has a VA loan and those rates, it is assumable. So it's a great option for veterans, or even if you're not a veteran, but looking to buy a home that has a VA loan on it. So great feature of the mortgage. Now, I know another question that we get a lot that we wanted to address too is VA loans. If you want to buy another property, but you want to keep your current home that has a VA loan on it, can you get another one? Can you get 2 VA loans? The answer is yes, you can. We actually do it quite often, and it's kind of a misconception. You can only have one at a time because when you purchase a home with a VA loan, you get a basic VA entitlement, and you use that to qualify for the mortgage. But if that's gone, if you used it all, you could buy another with bonus entitlement. And it gets complicated. There's a big calculation that I'm even still struggle with. But depending on the sales price of the first home, the price of the new home, the down payment that you're putting, you can get it qualified for maybe zero down. Sometimes a down payment is required a little bit. But all in all, it really does allow you to purchase another home using your VA benefits. It's called your bonus entitlement, and it's really a cool feature that a lot of people aren't aware about. So I'm glad we're covering that today.
Yeah, that is awesome. I definitely second that. Not a lot of people know about that for sure.
Yes, such a great feature, and we're doing it quite often. So, and of course, the last thing that Katie mentioned that we wanted to cover, assistance for veterans. Veterans who might be struggling to pay their VA loan. There is a program called VA Servicing Purchase Program called VASP, and it's helped, I think, to date over 33,000 veterans to avoid foreclosure by just helping them catch up on their payments if they fall behind. The program actually just, it did end on May 1st of this year. But it's been so successful that the Senate, I know, Katie, you had an article that we were looking into. They recently passed an extension to the program, and it's moving through Congress. It's getting, hopefully passed through law. So this is one thing to be keeping an eye on. It's a great program, and it helps veterans in need. If you had to skip payments, they add it back onto the loan, so you don't have to actually make payments. It's a great program. Like I said, it's helped so many people. So, we're looking forward to that being extended again. But, that's it. Those are kind of the main questions we get, and a few kind of dig deeper topics that we wanted to go over.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ryan. That is a lot of valuable information. And again, some little known fun facts there that I think be very, very helpful to our veteran community. So guys, that is episode 2 of our 2-part series on VA financing, diving a little bit deeper into VA financing to hopefully give you guys the answers to your questions. I want to thank all of you out there for fighting for this country. My dad is a veteran, and I am so very grateful for our veterans out there, for those that are in service. So thank you so much for your service. If you want to catch any of our previous episodes, hop on over to our YouTube channel. It is at Team EvoAZ. That's our handle. Or you could listen to us on your favorite podcast platform and do a quick search for Arizona Real Estate Radio there. That is a mouthful. All right, guys. Or pop a comment below and we will get back to you. All right, guys. Ryan, we will see you next week.
See you next week, everyone. Thanks.
Looking for the right home loan can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. Hi, I'm Ryan Gilliam, an Arizona native with 20 years of experience helping families find the best mortgage solution for their needs. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or refinancing, I make the process simple, stress-free, and tailored just for you. I help you access better rates, offer guidance tailored to your goals, and make the mortgage approval process easier every step of the way. Your best mortgage starts with the right partner. Let's make your home goals happen.